Democrat view. I'm joined now down the line by Nomiki Konst, who has been, in the past, a former commissioner at the Democrat National Committee, and of course their convention coming up in a few weeks' time. Nomiki, thank you. Welcome to the programme. It would appear now with Chuck Schumer, with Barack Obama, now expressing pretty serious doubts. I mean, Biden, let's face it, Biden is not going to be the nominee, is he?
I mean, there's definitely fast reporting coming in, and I think up until this point, it's mostly been leaks, people who have agendas, folks who, listen, campaigns are expensive, and there are consultants who make money on these campaigns, so there are factions who want to have their folks in, and other factions see, opportunity with Joe Biden weakening, and of course with COVID, but I think COVID really was the marker here. I mean, you saw in the hours before he announced he had COVID in this BET interview that he would reconsider if health was a considering factor. And of course, with former President Barack Obama saying maybe we should relook at this, this changes the ballgame. And moving forward, though, I'm a little concerned because the polling is tight across the board. It's within margins of error across many swing states, even in the Rust Belt. And this is with the RNC bump. I mean, every time there is a convention, you'll see a bump by the party that's holding the convention. So I do think it's not as alarming as people feel, as the chattering class is making it out to be, but we do need to do something. We do need to freshen up this party. We do need to have real conversations about how we choose our presidential candidates moving forward. It's not like we didn't know that Joe Biden was 81 years old. I blame the Democratic National Committee just as much as I blame, the Biden administration for not stepping up.
And the gaffes keep coming, don't they? I mean, today, yet another extraordinary gaffe where he simply couldn't remember the name of his defense chief. Let's just watch Joe Biden in action earlier on today.
And so it's all about treating people with dignity. And it's about making sure that, look, I mean, for example, look at the heat I'm getting because I named the Secretary of Defense, a black man. I named Ketanji Brown. I mean, because of the people I've named.
Yeah, I mean, the black guy, it's endless. It's embarrassing, not just for the Democrats, it's embarrassing for America on the world stage. So I'm going to run on the assumption that he's gone. Does it then have to be Kamala Harris, or what's the procedure going to be as the Democrats run up to their convention?
There are rules that the Democratic National Committee is supposed to follow. They don't always do so, as we saw in 2016 with superdelegates and many other factors not reforming after the commission that I sat on that you mentioned. But with that being said, it is most likely going to be Vice President Kamala Harris. And, I think that's why there was this period of looking at polls and getting organizations together and figuring out how campaign finances were going to flow. I mean, this is the Biden-Harris ticket, making sure that the delegates that supported Joe Biden are going to be given in a fair way to the vice president. And maybe that doesn't even need to be so, given that they are a ticket. There are a lot of considerations to play out here. Also, we have the Rules Committee meeting coming up. This is something that people aren't even considering, is they could potentially change some of the rules to this process right before the convention to make it play out much more smoothly. Do people want to have a fair convention? Do we want to have a lot of candidates going around the country in a short period of time, like the UK elections, talking about ideas, showing these fresh faces, going to swing states, talking to different demographics? That would be fantastic for the party. But it also suits the party to have a smooth transition. This is not a good moment. I'm not sugarcoating this. Does Joe Biden have gaffes? Is he older? Of course. Is this a very grueling schedule? Has he been sick, over and over, a cold, COVID? Yes. But we have to face this ticket that, you're highlighting right now at the convention that is really softening Donald Trump in a way that I think many folks haven't seen. And with the J.D. Vance addition to the ticket, we're not quite sure what to expect. I think Kamala Harris will be the strongest opposition to the anti-women ticket that the Trump J.D. Vance platform is pushing out there. I think that she has the complete opposite agenda, the complete opposite platform. I think all Democratic candidates would potentially have the complete opposite platforms, but the Republicans have a real women problem. Their platform and their candidates are rolling us back 100 years. The fact that J.D. Vance says women shouldn't be able to divorce their husbands if their husbands are abusing them, I mean, that's ridiculous. To completely abolish all abortions in any way or form, that's ridiculous. I mean, we're really going back to a different era here.